Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first part of the Hoenn Tour series in Pokemon Go Ahead. Today we're going to do a gigantic review for both the in-person events in Las Vegas and the global event happening the following weekend. This is going to be the biggest hype of the year, and it's just February, man. I am personally excited because this is my first ever in-person event. I'm going to be going there, Chris is going to be there, and my Pokemon partner Trico is going to be there. I can't help it. He's just adorable. Just to let you guys know, this event is officially sold out. It's been sold out for weeks now, and unfortunately, no one else can buy a ticket or add-on for anything. But if you guys want to check out the series, show some hype by subscribing to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below, are you going to be in Las Vegas? Oh man, I'm so excited for this. So we have a lot to talk about, so let's not waste any more time. Let's dive in. We're going to start with the Las Vegas Hoenn Tour that's happening next weekend. This is going to take place at Sunset Park on Saturday, February 18th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. through Sunday, February 19th at 10 a.m. through 6 p.m. Just thought I'd guys let you know that Chris and I are going to be there for the majority of Saturday, and then we're going to just be there for like half of Sunday because we do have to come back home at a certain time. But yes, we'll be there all day Saturday and a little bit of Sunday. Let's talk about some features for the Las Vegas Hoenn Tour event. There's a Ruby versus Sapphire challenge. If you guys decide to pick either Ruby or Sapphire, you guys have to accomplish a couple of things, and then whatever happens, there'll be an encountering a certain Pokemon for those primal surges. And then, of course, you get to have an increased amount of primal rates depending on the version. This will also be carrying on globally if you guys pick either Ruby or Sapphire for the global tour event. There will also be some primal surge field research that is going to be leading to primal reversions. Since it is a paid event, this will have an increase of shiny luck. Of course, Kecleon is going to make a huge feature in Pokemon Go. It's already been in Pokestops. It is not as common as it was after Chespin Calm Day, but during this event, there will be an increased amount of Kecleon, and if you are lucky, a shiny Kecleon. There is a special mission called a Coded Quest, where you have to go around the park looking for certain codes to get either Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. Legendary photo opportunities. Snapshots for Latios and Latias, depending on the version. So if you guys choose Ruby, it's going to be Latios, and if it's Latias for Sapphire. Of course, we have encounters in Go Snapshot for Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. I think it'd be so cool to take a picture of Trico with Trico. I just think it'd be really fun. We also have some storage capacity increase for both Pokemon storage and item storage. So it's going to be 6250 for Pokemon and 5250 for items. And finally, we're going to have some new music inspired by Ruby and Sapphire. You know, the Pokemon games, of course. So that's going to be exciting. I personally don't think I'm going to be playing some just because of copyright, but that's pretty exciting. We also have some bonuses throughout the event. We have increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon. We also have up to 6 special trades within Sunset Park and half the Stardust cost for those trades within Sunset Park. We also have half hatch distance, so hatch those eggs whenever you get a chance. We also have up to 9 daily free raid passes if you spin stops. Team Go Rocket will be appearing more frequently in balloons. Incense, excluding the daily incense, will be activated during the event and will last for 90 minutes. Incense boosted chance for costume Pokemon and unknowns, so the Pikachu costumes and the Unknown H. And finally, we have an increased chance of obtaining field research, such as the Spooky Scramble and the Energy Boost. Spooky Scramble will be for the Ghost types, and the Energy Boost will give you Mega Energy for some Hoenn region Pokemon. We also have some add-ons. If you are playing this event and you decide to buy some add-ons, these add-ons are going to give you some beneficial bonuses depending if you're raiding or eggs. So let's go through a couple of these. The first one is the Raid Lover. If you decided to add the add-on for Raid Lover, you're going to get up to 18 free raid passes. You're also going to get an additional 5,000 XP for completing raids, such as the 5-star raids, and 6 extra candy water for catching Pokemon in 5-star raids, as well as 3 times Catch Candy XL. If you have chosen the Enthusiast, which is the add-on that I personally picked, you're going to get 1/4 hatch distance, which of course it cannot overlap with the half distance. It's just going to be the 1/4. The 3 hatch XP, 3 hatch candy, and 3 hatch Stardust. So if you're hatching 10-kilometer eggs, that's going to be a lot of XP in Stardust. And finally, there's going to be an increased chance of receiving 10-kilometer eggs by spinning Pokestops or gyms. And this is very important because the 10-kilometer eggs are going to hold some regional Pokemon. And we're going to go through that in just a little bit, but that's a very big important notice. And then the extra add-on is just doing an extra day. So if you guys are playing for both days, whether you're doing Saturday or Sunday as the add-on, you'll have access to the time research. Go for a spin twice, once per day. So you're going to do that twice, and that should feature Spinda. Then we have restrictions for Saturday and Sunday that will continue to add-ons that will apply. Trainers will only receive these once, and these are researches. You will only receive the event special research once, and you'll only receive the master work research once. So you can't do the master research twice if you guys are going to be in there twice. And of course, we can't have a Pokemon Go event without the Pokemon spawns. And these are all going to be broken down in different habitats. Let's start off with the Blistering Sands. The following Pokemon spawning in this habitat will be Torchic, Poochyena, Lotad, Nincada, Makuhita, Nosepass, Aeron, Numel, Cagnia, Baltoy, and Bagon. And yes, Cagnia will be the new shiny. So if you're going to Blistering Sands, that's going to be a new shiny you're going to want to go after. The next habitat is going to be the Eerie Mist. The Pokemon spawning during this event will be Ralts, Surskit, Whismur, Meditite, Spoink, Zangoose, Seviper, Chimecho, Absol, Snorunt, Luvdisc, and Beldum. With, of course, Surskit being the new shiny. Then we have the habitat Verdant Earth. This will feature Trico, Zigzagoon, Wurmple, Seedot, Shroomish, Slackoth, Skitty, Mawile, Electrike, Roselia, Gulpin, and Swablu. Gulpin is going to be the new shiny from that habitat, so if you're trying to get all 3 of those shinies, you can be able to get to those habitats and go for them. But there's one more, and that's Ancient Shores. The following Pokemon will be Mudkip, Tailo, Wingull, Carvanha, Barboach, Corphish, Lileep, Anorith, Feebas, Veal, and Clamperl. There's some good Pokemon, such as Carvanha. There's that Corphish if you still don't have that shiny. Clamperl is a really cool Pokemon. We haven't seen that in a while. If you need a Feebas, it does evolve into Milotic. There's some really great options from Ancient Shores. But because there's no new shiny, we're just going to focus on the 3 other habitats so we can guarantee we get shinies that are new. There are some additional spawns. Complete field research on behalf of your team to increase your chance of encountering Pokemon. If you are going to be doing the Primal Surge Kyogre, it's going to be the Sapphire version, and it will give you Pokemon like Minun, Illumise, Wailmer, Lunatone, and the rainy form of Castform. If it's the Primal Surge Groudon, or at least the Ruby version, it's going to be the following Pokemon: Plusle, Volbeat, Trapinch, Solrock, and the sunny form of Castform. Obviously, from the incense, we're going to have the Brandon Hat and the Maybo Pikachu. Those are the caution Pokemon, as well as Unknown H. And yes, those are going to have an increased chance of being shiny. I really wanted to get a shiny Unknown because it's been a very long time since we had one. Now, Pokemon from eggs. We have 2-kilometer eggs, and the following Pokemon will be in there: Pichu, Igglybuff, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Azuro, and Wynaut. Why we have Pichu and Igglybuff is beyond me. In 5-kilometer eggs are going to be Surskit, Gulpin, and Cacnea, and this is important because those are the new shinies. So spin those Pokestops to get those eggs while you are going to different habitats throughout Sunset Park. In 7-kilometer eggs are going to be Trapinch, Beldum, Feebas, and Bagon. I'm just gonna leave those alone since half of those, or actually more than half, are already community days, and we already got a bunch of shiny Feebas, so we're gonna leave those 7Ks alone. But if you want to hatch them, go right ahead. And finally, we have 10-kilometer eggs, and that is going to feature Torkoal, Relicanth, and Tropius. And I think they're only going to be exclusive in the 10-kilometer eggs. So it is very important that if you want to get one of those for your Pokedex, or if you're lucky a shiny, you better want to do that. And especially since you have the Enthusiast add-on, I know I personally do, that gives us an increased chance of having 10-kilometer eggs from Photo Disc at gyms and Pokestops. And then we have 5-star raids, which will feature all 4 forms of Deoxys. Chris for sure needs to get some shinies, so although I don't need any extra, I'll help my boy out. And then we have Primal raids, which will feature Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. Those are going to be fun to have in the game. And then finally, we have some research. There's a lot of different research. We have the Spooky Scramble research, which features ghost types. I hope they could really make it accessible for Shedinja, since that is a shiny that I still need to get. And then of course we have the energy boost. We just recently had some Hoenn region Pokemon featured as mega bosses. We have 2 special researches. We have the Uneasy Alliance, which has something to do with Team Go Rocket working together. And then we have Chasing Legends, which features the Ultra Beast Recon Rai, who is this weird dude. Obviously, we have the Masterwork Research that features Jirachi, or at least Shiny Jirachi. That is a guaranteed one, and that is called the Wish Granted. And then we have the Time Research Go for a Spin, which features Spinda. Now that we have covered everything for the Las Vegas Hoenn Tour, we're going to talk about the Global Tour. Now, most of the stuff is going to be the same, except we don't have all the bonuses or all the features. This is going to be from February 25th through February 26th. Both days will be at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This event is going to be free. However, if you want to get a Shiny Jirachi from the Masterwork Research, you're going to have to buy a ticket for $4.99. Now, for those who already bought a ticket for Las Vegas, because we already have the shorter version of the Masterwork Research, we cannot buy the longer version. So that means, as much as I want to do another one, I'm not allowed to. So again, Ruby versus Sapphire Challenge, that's for everybody. And if you already played in Vegas, if you decided to choose Ruby or Sapphire, that's the version that's going to carry over for the Global Tour. And of course, we have some of the same stuff, such as Primal Surges. We have Legendary Photo Op, Kecleon, and Pokemon Go. We also have storage capacity and new music, so all that's for everybody. It doesn't say anything about increased Shiny, and they said they're not going to provide a ticket to increase Shiny odds, so they said that certain Pokemon will have an increased chance of being Shiny. We don't know what that technically means, but that probably hopefully means that some of the new Pokemon have a higher boost of being Shiny during the Global Tour, but we don't know quite for sure. That's just how Niantic worded it. And of course, we're having our hourly habitats. We're assuming since it's global, it's going to be broken down for each hour since there's 4 habitats and it's an 8-hour event. Same thing, if you choose Ruby or Sapphire, you do that Primal Surge, Kyogre, or Groudon task that we talked about earlier. And then, of course, eggs are all going to be the same. And then raids are going to be the same. The only difference is that they're going to add Trico, Mudkip, and Torchic in Raid 1 star raids. So at least you guys get more options to get some star raids. And of course, you guys get some research as well. You get the Spooky Scramble and Energy Boost Field research. You also get that Chasing Legends special research. You also get the long version of the Masterwork Research, Wish Granted, that gives you a guaranteed Shiny Jirachi. And again, it costs $4.99 for those who did not attend the Las Vegas event. And that's pretty much it that we have so far. Honestly, it's just the same thing, just without that shiny luck. So I'm glad that I'm going to Vegas because there's some shinies that I need. So let me know in the comments below if this was very helpful. Let me know if I'm missing out on something. You can read more about it on the Pokemon Go website on the Hoenn Tour section. And it just reads out everything for the global events and the Las Vegas events. So that's all the time we have. We'll see you next time. Peace out.